Desire is a living force when used with understanding. Murdo MacDonald-Bayne. The Eternal will answer when you call, and when you cry he will say, "Here am I." And evermore shall the Eternal guide you, guarding you without fail. Isaiah 58 verses 9-11. We saw in our last letter that we use a force that is ever present around us, and in this lesson I am going to show you how desire can be made a living force when used with understanding. The great truth is that the universal consciousness gives rise to the individual consciousness, and the individual consciousness gives expression to the universal, when this is realized by the individual. Its creative genius can be used by man when man becomes conscious in the universal mind. And it shall come to pass that before they call I will answer, and while they are yet speaking I will hear. Isaiah 65:24. Now, desire is a mental current laden with power set in motion by your conscious awareness of the thing desired, yet few people have yet understood the action of this wonderful power invested in man. With this knowledge we are no longer controlled by desire. For when desire takes control, the individual is often the victim and slave to his own desire. Therefore, with true understanding, desire becomes a conscious energy directed to fulfill what the consciousness is aware of. But before this power can be established in its unlimited nature, the individual consciousness must become aware of itself. This is not so difficult to do if you will take the trouble to cleanse the mind by discerning all the movements therein, and at the same time becoming aware of yourself doing it. A master can produce a picture before your eyes by concentrating on the object he wants you to see. But as this takes years of patient practice, I do not intend to burden you with the ways and means of how it is done. Yet, in fact, you do this daily yourselves in a minor way by the power of your desire thought. The only difference is in the degree of awareness and the understanding of the application in the process of desire. Mind is the only substance underlying all things. Things are thoughts objectified. Suggestion proves that thoughts can be objectified upon the body, and the law of auto-suggestion has proved a great ally to the one who knows how to apply it. The consciousness not only can manipulate the mind stuff that the body is made of, but can also manipulate that mind stuff that supports the body and surrounds it. This is no idle dream but actual fact, and it would be wise for you to remember it. For upon this truth depends a great deal of your happiness. Let me show you the state of the average mind when asking for something. When you create in your mind an image of any particular thing that you desire, you have the image of yourself having and the image of yourself not having, the image of yourself lacking and the image of yourself possessing. Now these two images oppose each other. Ask yourself now which image dominates you. You do not get what you want, you only get the manifestation of the image that dominates your mind. This is an infallible law of the working of the mind. Whatever the consciousness is aware of, so does the intelligence fulfill. You will say to yourself, "How stupid of me, why did I not see this before?" Yes, that is the cry of most people, yet they go on repeating the error even after they have seen it. This is truly ignorance. They have not yet fully realized the importance of practicing a method that will ensure success. Only when you have the truth deeply established within you is there fulfillment of what you want. But you must know what you want, it must not be vague and ill-defined. Ye ask and receive not because you ask amiss. The universal mind is all there is, and all must be in it and of it, because there is nothing outside it. Therefore you desire and create in universal mind, and only that substance can form the image you hold, for there is no other. Desire is a great force in your lives, and it is necessary that you should know its power and how to use it, for by its misuse much damage is done through ignorance of its operation in your mental and material existence. Let me show you how the adept is trained in the manifestation of desire. First of all, he is shown that desire is a conscious energy which he must become aware of, and he must feel within himself this source of power. He consciously becomes aware of the universal energy as the life that surrounds him and in which he moves and has his being, and becomes conscious of the power that is behind him. The whole universe, in fact, tends to fulfill what he is aware of, and he knows that this intelligence will work out accurately every detail. He holds the completed picture, ways, and means he allows to be worked out by that universal mind which knows how. His desire for wisdom comes first, so that the use of the thing desired should be put to the best possible advantage or purpose. The next part in the operation of the law of desire is to take the desire into the inner chamber of the soul, there to dwell upon it. Close the door and never again speak of it except to one who understands. If you release this force in words, written or spoken, you will have dissipated the energy you have stored up. That is why many desires are never fulfilled. We are told by the Master, in other words, desire in secret and God will reveal to us openly the manifestation of our desire. Pray unto thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which heareth in secret shall reward thee openly. Eastern text. A prayer is desire, therefore it builds its power from within. To release this energy in words, written or spoken, weakens the internal power of that stored up energy desiring release, but should only be released through the manifestation of the desire. The universal mind directs its power towards the object of the desire. It can be changed or thwarted by your own actions. You must be quiet in your strength and peaceful in the manifestation, knowing that the Father does the work. This desire becomes a living force when used with understanding. Jesus said these words, "Father, thou hast already heard me." It is in the universal that you are really creating. Seeing is a sense we use in seeing things that are already formed, but true desire is seeing something that has not yet come into form. When we understand the means through which it will come into form, then there is no frustration. When we know what we are doing, we get good results. When we do not know what we are doing, we get haphazard results. Desire and will are interlocked in the process, yet both desire and will must be free from anxiety or stress. You do not war with clenched fist and gnashing teeth, but with quiet confidence. Neither can you truly desire with doubt, but with that faith that moves mountains. Whatsoever you desire when you pray, believe you have received it and you shall have it. The great mass struggle is but the effect of individual inner struggles, in ignorance of the great truth that desire is a living force and must be used with understanding. A new era of great prosperity and abundance will appear when this is understood and applied. At present we are all struggling in a world sick, disabled and depressed, revealing the misuse of this great power invested in man. Its effects are worldwide, revealing the deep underlying defects in the use of this great weapon, which has been wielded only for the benefit of the self, with repercussions that have astounded the world. Yet the world is still ignorant of the cause. Let your hearts be light and glad in knowing the truth that sets man free. Benediction. O divine alchemist, thou hast formed all things by the power of thought desire. Teach me to desire in thee, so that thy great alchemizing power be manifested in my life. And out of every seed of my activity shall grow some good. Thus thou shalt reveal thy magic to all who desire in thee. May all selfish ambitions be transformed into noble aspirations. Teach each one to desire thy abode first, there to transform the cloak of dark ignorance into the gold and purple cloak of wisdom and truth. O divine alchemist, then my desire will become thy living force, manifesting thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. My peace and my love remain with you. Yours sincerely, 𝗦 MacDonald-Bayne.